Day one in Africa. Today was my first day teaching at the school. Man, some of the kids, the only meal they get is at the school. The difficulty with getting their attention and teaching, it's real. But it's like I'm amazed at Africa, but I'm also just like saddened by a lot of the living conditions and stuff. Like, it's crazy, but it's still so beautiful. So it's just different parts. It's like America. You have lower class, middle class, upper class or whatever. But the kids were superb. It was pretty cool. All right, it's my Brody.
Hello.
Yo, so we're in South Africa. What's your program?
Mine's sports development. Yours is
Teaching.
Teaching. Yeah.
Yeah, another volunteer. I'll introduce you all to the rest later on the YouTube page.
So my first day, I was extremely tired. Difference with the time change, and I did, have to introduce the volunteer programs. Each person was on a different volunteer program. So I volunteered at the school to teach English, but I actually assisted in the computer lab. So I absolutely loved teaching at the school. It's pretty dope. It was awesome. This is the footage from that. So some of the volunteers actually volunteered to do sports program, which in America we call it PE. So this is where they would teach them different sports or different games and things like that. So it was pretty cool. The students were absolutely amazing. I loved it. I had to take a photo in front of the school. So during lunch and during sports development is when we spent the most time with them. We got to really learn their games that they like to play, where we got to let them do our hair and different things like that. So it was pretty awesome to be able to do that and speak with them and talk with them and play and all of that stuff. She created Outreach to Enrich basically because she's from South Africa and she wants to create a solution to the problems, in her native land herself, which is what I love and respect about it. So if you would like to volunteer, please visit the website that is in the link of this video. Now, the daycare was absolutely my favorite. Like, I love the kids.
5, very good. Can someone tell me 9 plus 1?
9 fingers plus 1 finger.
10, very good.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Friday, Saturday.
And what day is it today?
Today is Sunday.
Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
That's good. And yesterday was? Wednesday.
So while I was there, me and Euphrasia, we decided we wanted to do like major donations to the school, to the daycares, and to O2E. Just was something from our hearts. This video isn't meant to be boastful whatsoever. It's to be inspirational, to just show how much of an impact that you can make. Zebra gang gang. Yeah. So we decided to focus on donating sports supplies, school supplies, puzzles, learning activities, anything that helps assist with the different programs for O2E and the school and the daycare. So today was the day to present the donations. Best day ever. Crazy cannot wait to present the kids with the little bikes that she got them. Like, she was so excited. It was like the best moment for her the entire trip, and it was awesome to get to see her experience that. So then I presented the O2E kids with sports like balls and things for them to play with recreational wise while they were at the O2E house. So they were so excited and grateful as well. I loved it. So I bought them basketballs. I wanted that to be one of the sports that the sport development program taught them, because in South Africa, the most popular sport is rugby, which is something that I learned while being there, which is pretty awesome, actually. But yeah, so it was pretty awesome to see like the school actually showing them how to play basketball. They had a Christmas party where they had so many donations and gifts for the children, which is amazing. Renee actually set that up and orchestrated that. She also set up the People Helping People food drive, where they actually went to local township, provided lots of food, which is awesome. So the thing I love is that they do have a South African Heritage Day, where they actually teach and honor and just show their heritage. I absolutely love that. I learned so many holidays that they have there as well, which is pretty amazing. Now, the Outreach to Enreach Surf program is one of the best programs that they offer, because it actually teaches them to surf, and it also teaches the volunteers to surf too. If you don't know how to, you pretty much go there and leave and you're almost an expert. So that's pretty awesome. Now it's time for you to actually see the beauty of South Africa.
Hospital.
So we'll start with the trip to Signal Hill. In between volunteering, Renee will, take the volunteers on excursions or trips and give them a lot of South African history. On the way to Signal Hill, she was explaining how the hospital we were passing was where they had the first ever heart surgery, where they actually have the very first heart transplant.
I would like to take you up on the mountain, to Muriel. But a couple of months ago, we had a big fire about 1600s. The Dutch obviously came Cape Town settlement, and Muizenberg, Simonstown were all the places where the boats came in, and people came up on the shore. So Dutch is close to Afrikaans, and a little bit of German, obviously. And this captain came and he did in Muizenberg. So his surname was Mace, which means mouse. And because he was in Muizenberg, and this is where they found him, or in this area, they called it Masonberg, which means mouse in the mountain. Okay, so that's a little bit of history about Muizenberg. So in the 1600s, that's where they found him. You'll see a lot of historical buildings when we go next week the other way, down to Corporate, fishing, all of those things. You'll see all the historical buildings, and I'll just give you a little bit more about the history about the Muizenberg. Okay.
Awesome.
Nice.
The trees really drew me in. Not only just the trees, but the actual land, like the landscaping itself. The mountains and the trees were just so different and so majestic.
This is where I want to take you on the tip of Table Mountain now. Going all the way up there. What?
So Table Mountain is a huge monument in South Africa. It's a huge place. It's basically a mountain that's high, above the clouds, and at the top it's flat as a table, which they really don't know how that ever happened. So on the way to Signal Hill, you could basically see Table Mountain and how flat it was and how massive it was. It was really beautiful. So they had your girl walking this trail and jumping through trees to amazing spot that had the best view ever. But I was just like, okay, I'm not a bug person, but.
Sorry.
I was so amazed by the view. I was so amazed by the spot where we were, to just sit there and, play music and enjoy, the time that we had with each other. And we were eating, we were drinking wine. It was pretty awesome. All right, DTG family, Dominia Travels Globally family. Hey, thank you for tuning in for a second vlog here. The second vlog shows my first day in South Africa. I went to the school. It was my first day actually teaching at the school and helping in the computer lab. And then of course it goes into everything else. That outreach to enrich, O2E is the name of the program. That is by my great lovely friend Renee. She owns it. She created it. They're in South Africa. They're on the ground. They're doing the work. I absolutely love their mission. I love Renee's innovation. I love the fact that she is constantly, this isn't like just here and there. Like She has created a business that literally is on the ground every day, giving back to her community. I told her she was an inspiration to me. Like, I don't want just a business that's just powered off of money. I want a business that's powered off of either helping people or creating happiness. If I can combine both, let's do it all. The link for her, if you want to volunteer, if you want to go to South Africa, same way I did, help with the kids, do the surf program, help in the daycares, teach at the school, the link is in the bio. If you would like to just subscribe to Renee and the O2E family, I am an ambassador of theirs, then you can always look at the link in the bio as well. And you can follow her on Instagram, follow all the different volunteers' journeys is really amazing. So that actually goes into my next thing. So I actually created my own business called Dominia Travels Globally, i.e. the name of the YouTube. Hello. So my goal is to bridge African Americans with Africa and just get us to go to Africa, spend our travel, because we like to travel, you know, especially us in the LGBT community, like, let's go. And then there's so many international prides. So let me be your host. Let me be the one that takes you to the different prides, you know, across the globe. Not only that, let me be the one to first of all introduce you to the beautiful continent of Africa and all the many wonderful, beautiful countries that's in Africa. So that is my goal. I want to bridge that gap. I want us to spend our money on the continent of Africa and the many beautiful countries there. And crazy thing is, I came across, so scrolling on Facebook, and I came across this Zoom where it was another business owner that travels to Africa. And as of tonight, like literally tonight, I watched his entire Zoom, and he hosts trips to Africa, and I reached out to him. So I am looking to partner with already established, because I'm just getting started, and I have several people that's inboxed me, especially here in Atlanta and Florida where I'm from. So I've had several people wanting to go on these trips, and I'm like, I haven't got started yet. I haven't created my Squarespace website yet to take the payment. So I'm just getting started. Y'all bear with me, but I am willing to partner up with different established travel groups. If you want to inbox me, things of that nature, contact information will be at the bottom. But the rest of you all that loves me, that follows me, this is just getting off. So we're gonna do big things. If we can join with other businesses that is really focusing on traveling to Africa, listen, I love it, because what we want to do is we want to go and we want to get our own history. You know, our history was told to us. The way Africa was depicted to us was wrong. You know, we can actually get history from the source. When I went to South Africa, the rich amount of history that they have. When I went to Nelson Mandela's prison, you know, that was just so amazing to me. I really, because our generation, the millennials, I'll just say the younger generation, you know, we have a passion for knowledge because we have everything at our fingertips, and we love to research, right? And we like to get to the bottom of the truth. That's just the generation we live in. Like, we were promised, if you go to school, you can be whatever you want to be. That was a Santa Claus lie. Okay, we did that, we got debt. We were promised if you work hard, you can move up in these companies. That was another Santa Claus lie. Because what happened? We get in these companies and the older people sit in their positions. They never, until they retire, we can't move up. So we feel we did everything right. And then the reality of what it is like, man, we got lied to. We got sold a dream. You know, now we're like, we want to research everything. Well, that's the good thing about it. You have people that have a passion for what they've discovered going to the continent of Africa, the beauty, the history, just the connection to African Americans in general. You know, it is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. And if you look at Dubai, you know, back in 2000 to what it is now, that's a huge economic wow. And look at the amount of traffic it gets. And shout out to Dubai. Don't get it wrong. You know, keep making your money. But that's what I'm saying. That's the power of focusing in on one economy. And I do know the history of how Dubai, you know, but I'm saying the travel portion of how much money they actually get from people going there is phenomenal. So that's why I say definitely really travel to Africa. The other thing I wanted to talk about, because have had questions. If you do have questions, leave them in the comments. I'm going to try and answer. I want to also build something to where we can possibly donate to either Renee's foundation, or just if we go to Africa, maybe being able to contribute to getting African or two to be able to come to the US. Like, we want a bridge. That would be awesome to be able to do that, to get that established, to be able to do that. That's just my dream. Also, I did want to answer the question, why did I go to South Africa first? South Africa, you do not have to have a visa, and I wanted to go to Nelson Mandela's prison. South Africa is the most Americanized seemingly part of Africa. That's not what lured me there, but I'm glad I did. Like I said, I got a whole family that I met, and now I do have a South African family in the terms of O2E. Like, that's like my family now. So, and I'm glad to say that. Like, I'm telling everyone, go see Renee at O2E, period, when you're in South Africa. So a lot of people ask, is it expensive? Now, in South Africa, the money is called ZAR, and in the US, our $1 is 15 of their ZAR. So no, it's not expensive at all. Our money flips times a lot. If you times, $100 on what you get in ZAR, it adds up. So that's the blessing about it. I went on safaris, I went skydiving, I did all that, and I didn't come back, just broke or in a bad situation. But with my travel group, we will actually price the excursions. Like, a lot of the things you'll see in my vlogs, it will be available for you to actually go on these group trips. So yeah, we're gonna get this all planned out for you, period. You don't have to worry. We'll set everything up. Now, someone in the comments of my first vlog was like, come to Johannesburg. You're right. So my next trip will actually be Ghana. You can get dual citizenship in Ghana. I do want to go to a lot of the historical places in Ghana. So that will be my next trip. And then I want to do Egypt, maybe Morocco, and then work my way down. So that's my plan as far as the vlog. Another person asked, did I need a visa? I didn't need a visa for South Africa, but I will need a visa for Ghana. And that's the other part. Preparation will be key. So I did my due diligence. The reason why I went through a volunteer program, and the link for them will be in the bio as well if you just prefer that, was because when you volunteer, the U.S. Embassy knows that you're there, and I was a solo female first-time traveler, and I just wanted to do it for a good cause. The reason why I created my particular travel company is because not everyone wants to volunteer. I had a lot of my friends, I was like, y'all want to come there? Like, I'm not doing the volunteer part. Like, I love kids, but not going all the way to Africa. Like, I want to explore, I want to learn. So I get it. It's not for everyone, but that is always an option as well. Always. So the next vlog will actually be me highlighting like some of the best places in South Africa. So I can't wait for you guys to see that. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and like, share, subscribe. Thank you.